make me follow that. I don't know if we got any horse trainers out there, but I found that is one of the most rewarding and one of the most heartbreaking things that you can do all in the same thing. And so this is a poem that I think as writers you write, you rewrite, and you analyze it, you work through it. And my husband, he is normally pretty good. Whatever you want, honey, sounds good. And so he puts his foot down about something. By God, that's what it is. Because he's so easy about everything else. And we had just moved to Washington. Spent every nickel we had to get there. Didn't know a person in the state. This is the first time we've ever walked foot in the state. We're both Nevada kids. He's out of Winnemucca, and I'm from Battle Mountain. And but by God, we were going to go do it. We were going to do what we wanted to do, and we were going to live it, and we were live and die by our rules. And if we didn't like it, well, at least we said we tried it. Well, we've been at this new job about 2 weeks, and that's your house. That's your livelihood, everything. And this next story happens, and we're wondering, oh my God, what are we going to do? But I wrote this poem, and I read it to him just to throw it out there. It was his story, and it's really important to me if you do somebody else's story, that you get it right. And he's like, don't you touch a single word of that. And I think as a writer, it's amazing to be able to get that on the first go. But it's somebody that I care about so much, and my very best friend in this entire world would say that, is because he always wants me to do better and do more. So for him to, on that first try, say, that is it. Don't you ever change a word of it. And so this is Sam's poem. It's called Leo. He lost a good friend today through no fault of his own. Was his flea-bitten gray, all of it said through a groan. The horse didn't like hobbles, he never knew what to do. The gray and the hobbles had squabbles. The battle had been overdue. The horse was in the round corral, just standing with his halter. Erect, the horse couldn't rationale. Moving caused him to falter. The cowboy went for his head, but not quick enough though it seems, for he'd missed the thread that had prevented today's theme. He hit the ground thrashing, the man leaping for his head. But the damage from the bashing couldn't escape this purebred. The right hind had been broken. What else was the ranch to do? He gave the horse his token, the respect for his adieu. Released to the great beyond, this stud would live out his days, past the corporate bond, completing his earthly phase. But a lock of hair remains to remind the cowboy's heart, the passion through his veins to complete this dying art. The art of training horses, there's so few left who do. He can't contend with the forces who determine the card he drew. So, his heart will slowly mend, but the memory won't fade. Of the life he couldn't extend shall become his new crusade.